Hi, Victoria.
Hello, Karen. How are you? So good to see
I
you.
I'm happy. So good to see you too. I'm happy to see you.
Yay. I'm happy to
And
see you too.
we were just chatting offline about the different things we have going on and then some schedule changes that we've both experienced and chosen. Um, and that is why we said that we're not going to do a happiness hangout today. And we want to make sure that we do come and talk to everybody about happiness because it makes us happy, right? And I think it's fun. And I think people want to be happier. Everyone I meet, no one, I've never met anyone that says, I don't want to be any happier. I'm good.
And I love that we get to show up here, and in the process, we also are enabling, we're demonstrating, we're showing how we're getting out of our own way as
Yeah.
well by leaning into these tools that we've been teaching over this time and over when we show up in Zoom, but that they are so easy. We can tap into them. And as we were saying, it's also easy that sometimes we get into our heads, that we get into the busy, we get into the frantic and the
Hmm.
frenzy. And look what we can do. Why don't we do
Yeah.
something right now? Should we do something right now? Let's tap into our breath, like super easy. I
Mm.
teach that, we can do this in the supermarket, we can do this in the queue at the post office, but like literally we can move from the spacey, the racy, the like into, and I love to put my hands on my heart. And if it feels comfortable to you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth as if you're blowing out through a straw. In as few as 3 breaths, we send a powerful signal to our nervous system to move from that fright, that flight, that frenzy, that stress into rest, digest, and create. And I
Mhm.
feel my voice has already dropped. I already feel more present. How do you feel?
Yes, more present for sure. And what's interesting to me is nothing's changed except me.
Mm.
All the sounds around me are the same, the lights are the same, everything's the same, except that I'm now more coherent, more regulated, I guess is the word.
Yes. Yeah. I was teaching this week that, stress, frustration, anger, these feelings, like stay in our body for up to 6 hours after we've experienced them. And we were just on the brink of saying that, our bodies, our minds have been trained, still trained to have this experience as if we're still being chased by a bear. So
Hmm.
that stress we feel when we're typing an email, about to send an email, or that stress we feel if we've had, somebody come at us in their car and you're like, oh, I have to react faster. That stays
Hmm.
in our system, pumping those stress chemicals through our body. And so what's so important is we regulate so that we start to create a chemical regulation in our bodies.
Hmm. Yeah, we literally think or feel, I guess it's a combination of both, that we're not safe, right? And so by taking control, this is the way I like to express it to people, by taking control of the breath, because you teach the body, inform the body and the brain that I'm in control. I'm okay. I'm okay enough to be intentional with my breath. Because if you're really running from something or in physical danger, everything's automated, right? You're breathing, all of your faculties go towards survival. And so we actually think we're in that place. And so when
Yeah.
we take control of the breath, it teaches the body and the brain that no, you're actually safe right now. Things are okay.
Yeah. And you actually repeat the words, right? In this moment, you say, in this moment, I am safe. In
Mm-hmm.
this moment, I am safe. And I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
powerful, also a powerful message that we may not in that very split second that we start saying it, believe it, but by the
Mm-hmm.
process of repetition, we believe that then to be true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And we, just to be transparent, I guess, about it is like, we were both talking before we came into this meeting today about how we're experiencing shifts in our own lives, that are a little bit disorienting. And so we're getting to practice, for the last 10 years, really, I've been adding tools to my toolbox so that when I am in conflict or I am in under stress, I have these resources to regulate myself. Um, and not what I used to do, which it was be ignore, push down, and just power through. So it's very, we talk about happiness and sunshine and rainbows, and all of that is true and great, and I love it, but it's also very grounded in reality and
Mhm.
powerful. Yeah.
And process oriented, right? Like
Mm,
we have the ability to shift our way of being. And the
hmm
first step is awareness. So the very first step is acknowledging, oh, I'm not feeling regulated in this moment. I am
mm,
feeling discombobulated. I am feeling out of sorts. What can I do to elevate my vibration? What can I do
hmm
if I was to take more responsibility for my own happiness? We love asking that question. If I could take more responsibility for my own happiness in this moment, what would I do? Is it taking a
hmm
breath? Is it going for a walk? Like, what is it to bring us more into presence, into this absolute moment in time where this is where it's happening? It's not out
hmm
there, it's right here.
Yeah. One of my favorite questions to ask myself when I'm feeling kind of spun up or whatever. Sometimes we need to upregulate and somebody needs to downregulate. So it could be either. Maybe I'm feeling really low. Maybe I'm feeling low energy and tired or something. Or maybe I'm stressed out and feel kind of I'm up here and I want to be more in the middle. But in either of those scenarios, and I think this is a question I got from our happiness training, is what is the most loving thing I could do
Mm,
for myself right now? And that for me that shifted from like, oh, what this is what I need to do, this is what I should do, or if I were,
yes.
if I were fill in the blank kind of person, I would do that. It's like, no, what is actually the most loving thing I could do for myself right now?
Yeah. And I love that because even when you ask the question, answers come to you that aren't obvious, right? Like, oh, what's the most loving thing I could do for myself right now? It could be literally to stop. Hold on a minute, like slow the boat down.
Well, actually, Victoria, that is the perfect thing to say because what I was thinking would be a great thing to do would be the quick coherence technique, which is a
Mm,
perfect way to do exactly what you just said, slow down and get really present. Would you like to lead us through it today?
yeah, I would love to. I would love to. So take a moment now and make yourself comfortable. And I invite you to close your eyes. And as you breathe, imagine that you're breathing through your heart or your chest area. And I love to put my hands on my heart. It really helps me move my attention, my priority to focusing around my heart. And as you breathe, just allow yourself to breathe a little slower and a little deeper, focusing in and out of the area around your heart. And feel free to use your imagination about where your heart is if you physically cannot feel your heart beating. Just continue breathing a little slower and a little deeper than usual. And if your mind wanders, which it will, simply bring it back to the area of your heart. And with each breath, draw in a feeling of inner ease. Feel the balance of your mental and emotional energy. Keep allowing your breath to deepen, to feel fuller in through your heart and out through your heart. And now bring to mind someone or something. That includes a pet that you truly love and appreciate in your life. Feel the love flowing in and through your heart. Keep breathing, focusing on the area of your heart. Feel the expansion of love and appreciation in your heart. Notice this feeling of ease and calm within you. Notice how beautiful it is to have slowed down. And notice that you can now feel your heart beat. And before we finish, before we open our eyes, set a meaningful intention to yourself to reconnect to this feeling of inner ease. To reconnect to this feeling of inner ease, self-connection, love, and appreciation as you engage in your projects, daily interactions and engagements, and any challenge or obstacle you may encounter. A couple more deep breaths, feeling love, feeling that connection with your heart beating. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes. How do you feel?
Calm. My mind wandered a lot, but it was good to have the reminder to bring it back. And still, even while the wandering, it was very calming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I love, even at the beginning, our minds may have been in such a wandering way that we may not have been able to feel our heart. And yet by the
Hmm.
end, it's like, oh yeah, there it is. It's beating,
Mm,
bringing me back to now, bringing me back to presence, bringing me back to ease. And I
hmm.
love that, this definition of inner ease And doing this with an attitude of inner ease can help us remember that we don't have to feed daily drama. We don't have to live with depleted emotions and be in that state of worry, fear, impatience, and judgment. We can come back to this.
Hmm.
It's process. It's not a one and done.
Hmm.
It's process. We may be doing it over and over and over again. Not that everybody sort of witnesses us doing it, but we're coming back to this.
Absolutely.
And I
Hmm.
feel better. I feel so much better, Karen. So thank you.
Yeah, even though you were the one leading it, yay. Well, I'm reminded, thank you, Victoria, that choosing happiness can feel unfamiliar, like we talk about. That's why we teach it, right? Because it's it is unfamiliar to so many of us, maybe even radical. But it really is one of the most generous and courageous things that a person can do. You're doing it for yourself, for the people around you, the people that you love, for the world. And one of my favorite quotes is from Carl Jung, who said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And when I become more present, I feel more able to be who I truly am, whatever room I'm in, whatever situation I'm in. And that is a much happier place to be.
I love that. I love that, Karen. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you for this today, Victoria. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll let everybody know when we'll see each other next in a happiness hangout. But thank you for joining
Absolutely.
us, and
Thank
have an
you.
amazing weekend. Make it a happy one. See you
Make it a
soon.
happy one. Thank you. Bye.